This is day 6 of the daily tutorial, and today I will do a little more work on the background, and I think I will put some gray in the background. I do like the blue. Blue is the main color for the background, but I feel at some points I need to tone it down a little bit. And I decided to use this cold gray number 6 to do that. And I already started here next to the flower, and I will expand the gray a little bit more. It's not that I want to tone down all the blue, but it's if I would layer with only blues, I wouldn't achieve the depth I want in the background. So I will be using a little bit of gray, maybe even some browns. And I wouldn't be surprised if I eventually would use a little bit of black as well to create more depth. So it's just clouds of gray here and there. I am always searching for some harmony in the drawing, and I think the grays and the browns in the background will help to create harmony and to connect the branches and the leaves and the flowers and the background. I do want contrast, of course, but I want some I want them to be connected as well. So now those little clouds of gray, I'll just scatter them around again with a very light touch. So if I'm not happy with it, I can add other colors, or I can erase it. The grays and the browns will also be the connection between the blue areas and the yellowish areas. So let's step back and take a look. Now I think you can see that I toned it down, the blue over here and over here, here, this area, here and here. Many more layers will follow on top of this gray, I'm sure about that. But I'm now at this point, I'm looking where should there be a little bit more gray to get this picture in harmony. And what I can see is that there needs to be a little bit gray over here. So I will do that now. Now if you are layering and putting different colors in your drawing, try to avoid symmetry, just as I did when I was drawing the leaves, coloring the leaves. Try to avoid symmetry. And now in this case it is almost in symmetry, and I think that is not such a good, it doesn't look very natural. This leaf is not in symmetry. There is a blob of dark brown here and here and here, and I think that looks much more natural than this one. So eventually I will change something about this leaf, and so I can break the symmetry. And the same is for all the colors you put in the background. Try not to do the same thing on the left side of your drawing as on the right side, or on the top and the bottom, unless it is you want symmetry on purpose. Then that is something else. But harmony in a drawing has little to do with symmetry, in my opinion, especially when you're coloring and drawing nature, something from nature. Now, let's step back again and take another look. This looks much better. And looking at this now, I think I will do something about the yellow areas in the background. They need a little more color. And I will do that with a warm yellow, maybe even a little bit of orange. So there we go. So I will start with this one, dark chrome yellow. It is almost orange, so I think this is a great color to see what happens. Now, as I am adding this, I think we could use a little bit, a little darker. So I will pick another pencil, and I pick this one, cadmium orange. Now I do not own all the 120 colors, polychromos colors, so maybe you have another orange or another yellow in your set that fits well. You don't have to use exactly the same colors as I do if you're trying to color like this. Just keep in mind the warmer tones, the cooler tones, and dark and light. So the warmer tones are the yellows and the oranges and the reds. And then some greens, some purples, some browns, some grays. And the cooler tones are the blues, some greens, some grays, some purples. Well, let's take a step back again and take a look. I think this is working. So I will add this orange to more areas in the drawing. I will not cover all the yellow areas because I think another yellow will help as well, but first we will do the yellow or the orange. There was a question on, I guess it was on YouTube, someone asked a question, why did you choose a bluish background? Because when you want contrast with the flowers, red would be the contrast color for green. So this person suggested, why don't you choose a red background for this drawing? Well, the answer is red is a warmer tone, and it will look closer to you than green. And that is what I do not want. I want the leaves and the flowers and the branches to look closer to you than the background. So that is why I chose the blue, because the blue is the coolest tone, and that will appear further away. So that is why I chose blue. Now many greens have a little bit of red in their also. So I play a little bit with the types of green that I'm choosing for the leaves. I will never use, never is not a good, I shouldn't say that, but in this case I will use other types of green than I would use. For example, I will show you. We have this green, dark phthalo green, and I also have a green like this. It's a cobalt green, and I do have greens like this. Permanent green olive. Now I think you can already see that in this color, the cobalt green, there's much more blue, and in the permanent green olive there is a little bit of red as well. So when I'm coloring these leaves, I will not choose this cobalt green, but I will choose more colors like permanent green, phthalo green, and other shades of green that have a little bit of red or more yellow in it. So in that way I will these leaves can pop out of the drawing much easier than when I would use a lot greens with a lot of blue in it. So, well, let's get back to the background. Here's another spot that I will give a little bit more yellow. Again, I use a light touch so I can change things if I'm not happy with it. If I press very hard, it would be much more difficult to add other layers of color or erase it. So let's step back again, and it's quite clear to me that we need a little bit of orange over here, and somewhere over here, I think here, and a little bit of here. see what happens. Now I will, at this point, I will not put orange over here because I think the pink and the orange, I should be a little bit careful with it because those tones are too similar. It would prevent me from building contrast between the flower and the background. And because I'm not really sure how I would want to build that contrast, I'll keep it, this area, the way it is for now. So this is what it looks like now. And I think I will make some orange areas a little bit bigger. For example, this one. This looks like a dot now. I don't like that. I would love to have a more organic, natural shape. Now, I just told you I don't want to add any orange here because of the contrast with the flowers, but I'm doing it here, so I'm contradicting myself. For some reason I think it works here and I think it wouldn't work here. This looks better already. Now the camera is a little bit shaky because I'm holding it in my hand. I will add a little bit more yellow orange over here as well, for the same reason as I did here, because I find this is too, this looks like a circle, and I don't think that is that doesn't look very natural. So this is the result so far, and I am pretty happy with it. So I'll leave it this way, and tomorrow we will have a new episode, another episode about this daily tutorial. See you tomorrow.